Ndị be anyị kenekwanụ m unu. Anyị si ka nke onye chiri ya zerụkwa. Anyị si n'ụbọchị nke taa dịrị na anyị na mma, na ihe ya dịka echi na echi ada agwụ agwụ, otu anyị kwuru otu akọ ya dịrịrị. Ise ise dịka o si dị, ihe a bụ Eastern News 24 ka anyị si na-ewetara ya bụ ozi ọnụ ụjọ gị na ugbu a n'iru akwụkwọ gbasịta maka ya bụ ife unu na anụ na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya, anụ gburu onwe a na-azụ n'ala Igbo. Ya bụ ife ka na-ewetara na Eastern News 24. Ya wetara n'iru akwụkwọ bụ n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ according to one of the Biafran activists, and he quotes, Finland government released a terrible update on Mazi Simon Ekpa as Biafrans react. Alright, this is according to the Biafran activist wetara ya bụ ozi. Dịka ihe ga-ya bụ ife igecha anyị dropụrụ anyị ife iche n'ụdị nke gị gbasịta maka ihe ndị a niile okwu. Alright, over to you, sir.
As we speak, the Finnish government and its security apparatus just released a series of interesting and series of groundbreaking news and updates regarding Mr. Simon, a man held in Kilamakoski Correctional Center. Yes, the Finnish authorities have released a series of very, very exciting news that we've never seen anywhere before. Yes, this is going to be a very, very interesting video, and I will urge you to watch it up until the very, very end. Yes, so let's kick off this video with our very first update coming from the Finnish government and its security apparatus. Yes, like we all know, the government of Finland has scheduled May of 2025 as a date or the month where the country will try Simon in its court of law. Yes, over the past couple of months, the government of Finland have not given us a clear date and time, but as we speak, we now have a date and time when Mr. Simon will face the court of law situated in Päijät-Häme District Court. Yes, so the question here is, what is that time and what is the date in the month of May? Well, showing right now on your screen is a briefing and a listing released by the District Court of Päijät-Häme, where they gave detailed analysis of their court hearings from 2021 up until 2024. But as we speak, these guys have released their court hearings for the month of May. Well, showing right now on your screen is the date and time Mr. Simon is going to face the court of law next month. Yes, because as we speak, the Päijät-Häme District Court has scheduled the 10th of May 2025 as the date they'll be hearing series of cases that they have on their desk. Yes, and this court hearing will happen by 9 a.m. sharp on that particular day. So as you can see, Mr. Simon will possibly face the Finnish judicial system on the 10th of May 2025 by 9 a.m. that said day. Yes, moving on swiftly, what else did the Finnish authorities and its media houses published regarding Mr. Simon and his court case? Well, as we speak, these guys released 3 vital evidence that were found on Mr. Simon, or 3 vital evidence that will be used against him in the court of law come 10th May of 2025. So the question here still remains, what are these evidence and how are they going to use it against Mr. Simon? Well, for a better understanding and for a clearer picture, we managed to do a quick transcribing of this article. Showing right now on your screen is the English version. As you can see, we have 3 vital evidence that we have found or will be used against Mr. Simon in the court of law. The very first one here is details on social media propaganda. Yes, the Finnish government and the security apparatus are going to use social media propaganda against Mr. Simon come 10th of May of 2025. Yes, because we believe that this guy swept through the Twitter page of Mr. Simon and gathered a lot of propaganda in his Twitter page that will definitely be used against him. Yes, moving on swiftly, the second evidence is this one showing right now on your screen. I can't really pronounce this very first word because if I do, this video probably will be shadow banned or deleted from the YouTube platform. As you can see, he's going to face charges based out of this particular word that my arrow is currently pointing at. Yes, he's going to face series of charges against this particular offense. Yes, this definitely happens to be one of the biggest charges leveled against Mr. Simon, and this definitely will either save him or nail him in the court of law. Yes, moving on swiftly, the third evidence found on Mr. Simon is the impact on bilateral relations. The Finnish authorities have indicted that his actions have been detrimental to bilateral relations between Finland and Nigeria, suggesting that his activities have broader implications beyond just local disturbance. Yes, so these are the three major evidence or three major charges that will be used against him, and this is coming from a Finnish blog and a Finnish media, which you can actually do a fact check on. Yes, moving on swiftly. As we speak, series of individuals, groups, and bodies are now getting ready to travel to Finland to testify against him. Yes, as we speak, the Finnish authorities has released 4 major individuals or 4 major groups that will officially stand as witnesses against Mr. Simon. Listen, these individuals or groups will stand as witnesses against Mr. Simon and not for him. So the question here is, who are these groups and who are these individuals, as the case may be? Well, we have 4 major groups here, and we'll take them one after the other. The very first group is victims of violence. Yes, some individuals who claim to have suffered from activities linked to Mr. Simon have indicted that they will testify about the impact of his actions on their lives. Yes, this is actually very, very straight to the point. The second group here is the Enugu state government and its representative. Yes, this came as a shocker because we never expected a group domiciled from the southeastern part of Nigeria to come as a witness or stand against Mr. Simon in the court of law. Yes, so the Enugu state and its government have chosen to travel to Finland before May 10th to stand against Mr. Simon in the court of law. This is going to be a massive one. Yes, this is not actually too surprising because 5 months ago we received a notification and an article coming from this day newspaper where it states that the Enugu state government hails Simon's arrest and are ready to provide evidence of his activities in the southeastern region of Nigeria. So as we speak, the Enugu state and its government are actually 100% ready to testify. Yes, moving on swiftly, let's take a look at the third group or third individuals that will testify against Mr. Simon. Yes, we have community leaders. Certain community leaders from regions affected by the unrest have expressed their willingness to testify about the consequences of Simon's movement and also his actions. And the fourth group or the fourth body are legal experts. Yes, some legal experts may also be called upon to discuss the implications of Simon's activities and legal framework surrounding the charges against him. So as you can see, these are the 4 groups or the 4 bodies that officially have been invited by the Finnish authorities come 10th May of 2025 to testify and to stand as witnesses against Mr. Simon. Anyways, moving on swiftly, the Finnish blog or the Finnish media house also released series of interesting details and series of very, very fascinating info that we definitely have to see at this particular point in time. Yes, so the question here is, what did these guys release? Well, as we speak, the Finnish blog and its government has released the possible consequences or the possible sentencing of Mr. Simon if or when he's found guilty. So let's take a look at some of the possibility of Mr. Simon going on forward. Well, the very first one is maximum punishment. It states if convicted of serious charges such as treason or this particular word showing right now on your screen, he could face a maximum sentence of life imprisonment. This reflects the gravity of the allegations related to his activities. Yes, this is actually straight to the point. If Simon gets found guilty in the court of law, it's very, very possible that he might face life. Yes, get the life sentencing there in a Finnish correctional facility. Moving on swiftly, let's take a look at other possible sentences or punishment that will be leveled against him. The second one here is we have other sentences. Depending on the specific charges and the evidence presented, he could also receive a lengthy sentencing term, potentially ranging from several years to life, depending on the severity of the offenses. Yes, this is actually straight to the point. And the third one here is judicial discretion. Finnish courts have the discretion to impose sentencing based on various factors, including the nature of the crime, the impact on victims, and any mitigation circumstances. Yes, so as you can see, things aren't looking so good for Mr. Simon. Yes, it feels like this man definitely will go through hard times in the Finnish custody. Yes, that is what we think, and things might actually change in the coming weeks or the coming months, so let's keep our finger crossed. Yes, anyways, moving on swiftly, what else do we have for you? Which other updates do we have for you in this particular video coverage? Well, we have a very exciting one, and one of the biggest news and updates coming out from Finland regarding Mr. Simon, and together with the USB movement. Yes, because as we speak, the current and the sitting president of the most powerful nation of the world is willing to send his representative, or he's willing to travel himself to visit one of the biggest USB events that will be held in Washington, D.C., a couple of minutes drive from the White House. Yes, so the question here still remains, what is the current president of the USA trying to do with the USB movement? Anyways, in our previous video, we extensively exposed and showcased what the sitting president of the USA has in stock and why he actually wants to visit the USB embassy situated or located in Washington, D.C. Yes, in our previous video, we exposed every single detail that you need to see and understand. And if you want to watch that video right now, that video is ready, and we have it showing right here on your screen. So click on this particular video showing right now on your screen to watch and understand. Click on this video, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching.
Ende kwa daluli nenu kunisi weneso ila ino basi uruchinketa dika isipunu kwa egene utedunya update bastamaka United States of Biafra kifi wadi ku bastamaka yeni na wana ku nino kupo drop pora feature no dinkegi na Eastern News 24 mabasi wena utedunya bozi kemesiano munne